Alright, how's it going everyone? My name is Theron, and welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes summoning session. Today we have the New Heroes and Ascended Elincia banner, which I'm sure this was a surprise to literally everyone. And even I thought we would have gotten another Engage banner, but no, we got Ascended Elincia in an alt that she has been deserving for a while. Not to mention, she brings a lot of new staff skills, which are going to be really, really tempting for fodder. So without further ado, let's get summoning. Also another banner where we get to use the new Spark system, or no, Pity system, that's what it was. I'm not sure if we'll actually be able to use it in any videos, because I just do the one Spark and that's it. I don't really care about going further beyond unless it's for a character I really, really like. But who knows, depending on the luck, it could very much come in handy. Who knows? But this was a surprise banner for sure. Not only are we finally getting another Ascended hero after so long without one, because our last one was Tiki, if I recall correctly, but we're finally getting Radiant Dawn heroes again, after many, many, many months without a single new Radiant Dawn hero. It's actually so good to see them. And starting off with our Radiant Dawn heroes, we do have it's Bastion, is how I pronounce that. Yeah. I've never met any of these characters. I only know them from like the Meet the Heroes interactions and like a couple of YouTube videos, so I have no idea what to make of any of these people. But Bastion comes with the Grondir Tome, which is basically Spider Plush. If any of you have Halloween Sophia or have given that fodder to any Blue Tome mages, it basically works the exact same way, but for Green Tomes. It's nice to see that in normal pool at least. Not much else to make of him, however, because demotes. They're always the least interesting unless it's a character you really like. I will say though, from what I've seen in Forging Bonds, I find it hilarious that his accessory is a clown nose. Again, from what I've been reading in Forging Bonds, I get that his character is supposed to be like, oh, he gathers intel by being a street performer. How you doing, Bastion? And I find that hilarious, that he literally just brings along a frickin' clown nose as the accessory. I cannot take this guy seriously no matter what. He's just a laughing riot, I think. Oh, hey Sumia. Okay. Oh, fully neutral. Not too bad. I was really hoping for a Joffrey there, but I'll take Sumia. Speaking of Joffrey, he comes with the Queen's Lance as a PRF, actually. That is a nice surprise to see. A lot more units with more PRFs. Yes, please. Essentially, it works where if he has a bonus active on him, he's granted basically Near Trace. So it's nice to see a built-in Near Trace on more cap units. I like that. Then Slaying Effect, and if unit is within 2 spaces of allies or initiates combat, he basically gets a bonus doubler effect where it's a stat boost to all stats, but it's basically plus 5 plus the highest bonus on each stat between both him and his support partner. All those numbers are calculated differently, so if you have like a plus 6 to attack, plus 5 to speed, plus 5 defense, let's say, and maybe like a plus 3 to res, all those are then calculated differently between both him and his support partner. So he can get a pretty crazy stat boost if you give him the right amount of bonuses. And then finally a 40% damage reduction on foe's first attack, and if bonus is active, foe cannot make a follow-up attack. Pretty standard what we've been seeing from a lot of units nowadays. Also, it's really nice to see him in the game. I have heard so many people asking and basically begging for Joffrey to be in this game, and now their prayers have been answered. Also, starting this year, I actually made a little bit of a bingo card. Or, no, I actually had one made by a friend of mine, Vasquez. I had it made, and I had Joffrey on there, so yay, I get to now mark him off on the bingo card. Still no closer to getting a bingo than I was at the beginning of the year, but hopefully that changes. And then, next up, very fittingly to be on the same banner as Joffrey, we have his sister Elincia, and she comes with the Queen's Blade, which, this is a mouthful to read, but I can at least give the TLDR version of it. But it's attack +3, +5 to all stats during combat, true damage equal to 20% of her speed, a 30% damage reduction, and then the following effect, which is just absolute insanity and game-breaking. Unit and foe cannot trigger their specials, then it disables defense tiles, support effects, guaranteed follow-ups, the no follow-up effect, effects that prevent counter attacks, so fire sweep weapons, and priority effects for both unit and foe during combat. And then finally, disables all other skills from allies and other foes during combat. TLDR of this weapon? Screw the meta, I am now meta. Every skill that people use in combination to, stay in top tier of Aether Raids, Arena, Summoner Duel, etc. Lucia just shuts it down. You can only 1v1 her with your own skills on that unit. That definitely feels game-breaking. Because you have skills like Hardy Bearing, Hardy Fighter. No, not Hardy Bearing. That's the Now, she has Hardy Bearing built in, so I don't know if that would work against her. But Hardy Fighter, Bandage Desperation, so essentially Ninja Camilla is now shut down. Just so many skills that people have been using throughout the entire meta, all shut down by this one weapon alone. And I find that hilarious. Also, big surprise for Lucia, she is voiced by Amelie again. So we now have a second role for Amelie in Fire Emblem. First was Mythic Elamine. Very awesome to see. Last ticket, oh god. But finally, rounding out this banner, and the main star of the banner, of course, Ascended Elincia. First of all, I am very happy that she got the Ascended ult. And there's a Bastion to ruin the appearance, right? Thank you, I did not want that. Oh boy. Plus attack, at least that's decent. But anyway, Ascended Elincia, and an ult that a lot of us have been begging for, and weapon class as well, because she is a staff flying unit. And that's what a lot of people have been wanting from her for a while, just give her a good staff ult. And considering how Faye is now bringing staff units back into the limelight, this is definitely a really good ult, even from what I've already seen in her kit. I know you got a decent refine, but I think I've already got better IVs on you, Saris. Ah well. Anyway, her weapon, the Crimean Scepter, basically built-in Wrathful Staff, and of course Slaying Effect, because, as we saw from Valentine's Elise, that is now going to be a thing for staff units, I think. Then grants +6 to attack and speed, and a guaranteed follow-up to both unit and allies in 2 spaces for 1 turn. And if unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of allies, another +6 to attack and speed, and grants bonus to units' attack and speed equal to highest bonus on attack and speed between unit and allies in 2 spaces, multiplied by 1.5. Oh, wait. Ah, my bad. Okay. What I said about Joffrey, that's not the bonus doubler effect. I can already see a lot of people typing that in. My mistake, I got a little bit confused. Elincia is the one with the sort of bonus doubler effect, not Joffrey. I got that completely mixed up, my bad. Essentially, she's just getting a ton of attack and speed, left, right, and center, and a Sara to round out Final Circle. Interesting. That's actually a charge on the pity rate thing, whatever that's going to be. I have no idea what to call it nowadays. They're adding so many new things to this game, I have no idea what to call some of this. But of course, with Elincia, the staff is not the only new thing that she's bringing to the pool. She has the new healer special again, Light's Restraint this time. And it basically just inflicts a special cooldown count +1 and a guard effect on foe and foes within 2 spaces of target when it procs. Not too bad. Definitely a different special than what Holy Pressure is. So that's just a flat damage based on foe's res. So at the very least, you got some variety here. Also, hello, Alir. Okay, so let's charge number 2 on the counter. Interesting. Alright. Would have really liked Lucia, but honestly, you're also a good sword unit. I'll take it. And then finally for Elincia, also for staff units, we have Dazzling Shift, which is like what we originally thought for Poetic Justice. This is basically Dazzling Staff 4, where same as Dazzling Staff like always, but it also inflicts a -4 on foe's speed during combat, and grants aerobatic/fire formation to units. So she can just warp to any 2 spaces nearby allies, heal them, or if she wants to, attack a foe. That's definitely going to be really helpful for a lot of staff units, and can also make for some really crazy plays. Also, I kind of need Dazzling Shift for my base Elise. I know technically I gave her Poetic Justice in the B skill. I understand that. I was well aware of it. But because her base weapon already has Wrathful Staff in it, B skill was kind of pointless. I now recognize that. So having Dazzling Shift on base Elise is going to be really, really nice. Hopefully I can get a second Elincia sometime soon, but push comes to shove, I'll just spark 1 copy and keep it, because I do not believe in foddering the only copy of a unit that you have. And I know the fodder is tempting, but it's just something about the collector in me. I don't want to lose the only copy of a unit that I have, all because I just want new fodder on a character that I also like. I just don't like doing it. Oh, that's right. Another thing for Ascended Elincia that I've seen some people talk about and kind of voice a little bit of I won't say complaints, just I guess confusion, or I guess confusion would be a better word for this. How she's the Ascended hero when a lot of them expected her to be the legendary, or get a legendary ult, I mean. And I do understand that, and I do think Elincia is also deserving of a legendary ult sometime soon. Just won't be this month, unfortunately, because Intelligent Systems would never do that. But I do still think Elincia will get a legendary ult one of these years. Heck, we could even see it later on this year in, like, possibly June or July, depending on which one of those is legendary, of course. But I do think that we could see her get the legendary ult one of these years. However, I still say this is a little bit better than legendary, only because in terms of acquiring the unit, it's a lot better. And if you want to plus 10 her, also a little bit easier than legendary. Because for legendary, you have to wait for her to appear on another banner months and months down the line. Whereas with the Ascended ult, because that's going into the normal pool, you can just easily plus 10 her over time. So it's more of a thing of, okay, well, I guess I can just wait for those last few copies then. I don't have to wail super hard on any future banners she might be on. I can just bide my time and wait. Oh. Hey, Farina? And that is actually charge number 3, right when we are close to the spark. Ah, well. Again, not like I was going to pull any further than spark anyways. And I gotta check IVs. I keep forgetting to do that sometimes. I don't know why. Back to Farina real quick. Plus speed. Interesting. Hey, once I spark Elincia, you are going to be fodder for that catch skill. I will take that. Thank you very much. Yeah, all in all, I'd say getting Ascended Elincia right now is still a good thing, especially for Elincia fans. Plus, you can now plus 10 her a lot easier because she's in the normal pool, and you don't have to wait for her to be appearing on another legendary or mythic banner. So I'd say this is still a win no matter what. And let us grab our newest staff hero. Thick. Last thing I'll say, I am so glad that staff units are finally being recognized and actually given a lot of good skills nowadays. It is such a crime that they were getting so shafted for so many years, and now they're finally being brought back. I love it. But that is going to do it for today's summoning session. I know I have basically the guaranteed. I'll just grab that off screen at some point, I don't know when. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did summon this banner, let me know who you got down below in the comment section. I always love seeing your results. And if you haven't summoned yet, I highly recommend it because Elincia is on this banner. She is an amazing unit. And of course we have Lucia, who is just meta breaking. Very fitting for her. But with that, I'm Theron, saying I'll see you next time. So until then, farewell, and game on.